Maren Morris filed for divorce from her husband, Ryan Hurd, after 5 years of marriage.
The first person that really recorded one of my songs was Tim McGraw.
Maren Morris's fans were taken by surprise when they found out that she had filed for divorce from Ryan Hurd, her husband of 5 years. The Grammy-winning singer submitted the documents on October 2nd, which also happens to be the date listed as their separation. This suggests that the end of their relationship was quite sudden. It was said that the split was because of irreconcilable differences. Morris filed for divorce in a Nashville circuit court on October 2nd, and she mentioned in her complaint that they've been apart since that day. The couple tied the knot in March 2018. "We are better at standing our ground on our personal life than we used to be, because I think we earned it now, but no, we have our struggles, but I think that we love each other. I will always support his dream, his songwriter dream, and vice versa," Morris told Entertainment Tonight earlier this year. And so I know we can kind of make it through anything, because this is a tough industry to stay married in and even find love in, so I feel like we hit the jackpot, so everything else is like clear skies. There were indications that their relationship was facing difficulties. Morris was spotted without her wedding ring during a concert on October 5th, and again when she attended the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour movie premiere on October 12th. Morris and Hurd have a 3-year-old son named Hayes Andrew, who has been living with them in Nashville since birth. According to the filing, Morris and Hurd are unable to live together successfully as husband and wife and are experiencing irreconcilable differences in their marriage. Morris also showed that she's already done a class on parenting, which they usually ask for in divorce cases. Morris, who won a Grammy and hails from Texas, is famous for country songs like The Bones, My Church, and her 2018 dance track The Middle with DJ Zed, which showed she's not limited to just one style of music and brought her into the pop music scene. In 2019, she became part of the country supergroup The Highwomen, but lately she chose to move away from country music.
If you look right over here next to me, you'll notice a young Casey Musgraves, and it gets better. Right next to her is a young Maren Morris. Yeah, we beat both of them in that battle.
"I felt like I don't want to say goodbye, but I really cannot participate in the really toxic arms of this institution anymore," she told the New York Times Popcast podcast.
It's a little bit hyperbolic to be like, she's left country music, because that's ridiculous. I'm not shutting off fans of country music, or that's not my intention. It's just the music industry that I have to walk away a few like factions from. But I think like there's so many progressive listeners too that listen not just to one genre.
Sure.
So like they can dabble in country, the next day they're in hip hop. So I think that that's always kind of been like my MO from the jump, even
Right.
from my first record. So it's like all are welcome. But no, all the like negativity and that initial backlash, even in 80s Mercedes My Church era, was like the writing on the wall for
Sure.
what was to come.
Her husband, Ryan, did not fall short in supporting Maren. In an Instagram post along with Maren's photo from the album The Bridge, he captioned, "She deserves to be celebrated, not just tolerated. I'm so sick of watching my wife get the shit kicked out of her by the internet. I'm sick of every talking head having some kind of stupid opinion about what she says. She deserves a little sunshine for the burden she has carried for every artist and fan who feels the same way. I can't wait for that first tour and to see all of the smiling and beautiful people who needed these songs and also need her. I can't wait to make music that follows the same path, whatever that is. Love you, MM. Keep on keeping on." Maren publicly expressed her desire to leave country music and explore other genres. Not only that, she also has long been vocal about sexuality, femininity, politics, and her acknowledgement of country music's racist history. During the time when the conservative-led legislatures have been introducing laws that limit LGBTQ rights and use offensive language against transgender individuals, the close-knit music community in Tennessee performed together, including Maren Morris. They've used their collective voice and musical talents to raise awareness, raise money, and encourage music lovers to get involved in the voting process. Maren performed in the Love Rising concert that was held in Nashville this year. This event featured a diverse lineup of well-known artists, including Grammy winners like Sheryl Crow, Jason Isbell, Hayley Williams, and and Brittany Howard. Alongside these established performers, the event also included drag performers, as well as transgender and queer singer-songwriters. Together, they sent a strong message of unity and support for the LGBTQ community. She also recently shared that she's taking a step back from country music. In an interview on the New York Times Popcast podcast, which was published on October 4th, Morris revealed that she recognized she was in a toxic environment while working in the Nashville music industry. "I don't want to say goodbye, but I really cannot participate in the really toxic arms of this institution anymore. We have amazing songwriters in Nashville, so that's not going to change. But I couldn't do this sort of circus anymore of feeling like I have to absorb and explain people's bad behaviors and laugh it off. I just couldn't do that after 2020 particularly," she said, adding that she loves Nashville in general, just not certain factions. She added that there's a history of racism within the country music industry. She joined Combs in discussing these issues during a panel for radio broadcasters focused on accountability in country music. Morris, an artist who's been outspoken about her support of trans rights and abortion rights, said that her decision to leave the country music was driven by the fact that country music has refused to reckon with the sexism and racism that's rampant among some artists and songs in the genre. While she was steered clear of leaving country music, her Chicago-born husband didn't show signs of slowing down. In case you need some refresher, he began his career as a songwriter, composing songs for Tim McGraw, Dierks Bentley, and Blake Shelton, including the 2014 #1 country radio hit "Lonely Tonight" for Shelton and featuring Ashley Monroe. He has been writing with Morris since her first major label album, Hero, was released in 2016 and hit #5 on the Billboard 200. His debut solo album, Pelago, was released on Sony Music Nashville in 2021. The album's most successful single is a collaboration with Morris titled "Chasing After You." When Maren became a mother during the pandemic, it brought her both joy and, sadly, depression. Surely, becoming a mom has brought about some wonderful changes in Maren Morris's life, according to the country star. However, she also opened up about the difficulties she faced in a recent Sunday sit-down interview with Today's Willie Geist. In March 2020, during the early days of the lockdown, the 32-year-old welcomed her first child, a son named Hayes. It wasn't long after his arrival that she started to grapple with postpartum depression. "I think a lot of identity crises happened there," she said. Morris explained that everything appeared to converge simultaneously, creating additional pressure for her. She elaborated that it wasn't just about being a new parent and a first-time mother, grappling with postpartum depression, and trying to navigate through it all. It was also about recognizing her own value, even when no one was applauding her. While on maternity leave, Morris dedicated her time to being at home, where she engaged in introspection and collaborated with her husband, singer-songwriter Ryan Hurd, on creating some new music. Considering her emotional state during that period, the music they produced wasn't particularly upbeat. "I wrote a lot of songs in late 2020 that were really introspective but really sad. And they didn't feel productive, honestly, to my mental health," she explained. Writing about one's pain can offer catharsis, but as Morris discovered, it can also prove counterproductive. She expressed her desire for something lighter to help lift her spirits during the pandemic, saying, "Can we please write something light to pull me out of this pandemic doldrum? I don't want to dwell in the ashes for too long." With the support of her husband, Morris embarked on a healing journey. She explained that he assisted her through song and conversation, helping her find her way back to the light. Well, regarding the recent developments between the two, Maren's decision to step away from country music hasn't received entirely positive feedback. Some fans even consider it a misstep in her career.
All right. Well, I can tell you this. The country music fans are very happy to see her go. Very, very happy.
One fan commented, "Boy at Maren Morris is doing wonders to destroy her career and life. Basically gives the middle finger to country music fans and then dumps her husband. Maybe he was too country for her as well. This chick is on the slow road to Britneyville." And another questioned her commitment, saying, "Isn't she the one that quit country music also? Seems she has a commitment problem." While some fans get confused by the situation, one confused fan asked, "Didn't Ryan Hurd just try to defend Maren Morris's choice to leave country music 2-3 weeks ago?" Didn't he also support her advocacy for others that are being targeted? Those two things weren't enough, so now she's divorcing him? What happened changed in the last few weeks. The divorce filing mentioned that the couple had a prenuptial agreement in place, which would dictate how their assets were to be divided. They have a 3-year-old son together, and as per the court documents, they will be submitting a permanent parenting plan for approval by a judge. Additionally, Morris has requested child support. While we may not wish for breakups, life unfolds, and it will be a challenging journey for the two of them. Could this potentially be a messy separation, as we've often seen in the public eye? Do you believe Maren's decision to step away from country music played a significant role in the divorce, or were there other commitment issues at play? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and click the subscribe button to stay updated on the latest in the world of showbiz.